live.
That's the wrong button. That's the wrong. There we go. Hello, everybody. We're professionals. Sorry, a few minutes late. We're missing Scott, and since he's the first one on the list because his name starts with an A, everybody's camera was fucked up. Oh,
well, Scott doesn't start with an A.
Arnon starts with an A. So I had to go through and
ask Scott.
No, I had to fix everyone's camera. So I apologize for the delay, but we're here now. Thank you. Couple quick announcements, real quick. In-person session, Pirates of the Caribbean 2. The search for more sky things.
Live search for more subs.
Yeah, the search for more subscribers. The 28th, Friday the 28th at 6:30. So make sure you mark that on your calendar and tune in. We do have a Patreon that I'm sure Scott would be pissed if I didn't mention. So shout out to our Patreons. We have a few now. Les and Flora Marlatt, Don Marlatt, and Lindsay. I think you wanted to mention the last one.
Hey.
Whoa.
Thanks, Pat.
Try that again. You cut out.
Pat Bry. Thanks, Pat.
Yep. Thanks, Pat. So.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. YouTube, Twitch, Trovo, Kick. Although I still can't get Kick to work consistently. Facebook. We are now on Threads because Threads is a thing now because fuck Twitter.
Thank you, Threads.
Yeah.
I think Musk already did that.
Yeah, he did. Hardcore. Instagram and TikTok, of course. So, I think that's it for my announcements. If there's anything anyone else has, going once, going twice. No. Sam, you weren't here, but you can still tell everybody what happened last week or 2 weeks ago.
I can? There we go. I can. So, 2 weeks ago, the last played session, the party traversed the deserted landscape towards the forest and were set upon by ravagers. After completing the battle, the party got to the edge of the forest to find a thick fog sweeping through the trees. Entering the forest, the party was immediately surrounded by the fog. We tried to back out, but were unable to and ended up with some exhaustion in the process of trying to leave. Resigned to stay within the forest, the party set up the tiny hut to camp for the night. And that is where we start.
Fantastic. Oh, Butch, did you decide are you doing Arnon today, or do you want somebody else to do it?
Oh, well.
I can if you don't want to.
I'm tired.
I'm tired. Let somebody else do it. All right.
Oh my God,
Emery, I will give...
Emery, you're an actor.
Act.
Yeah, I'll do my best Geralt impersonation.
That's exactly what I said.
Please.
What number are you on in Foundry?
I believe I'm number 3.
Number 3. Okay. All right, cool. You now should have control of Arnon as well. So.
Thank you, Emery.
As Butch makes his tiny hut, you all cuddle into this tiny hut, fog surrounding you.
Tiny.
I believe you set it up like right on the edge of the road, correct?
Yeah. So it is still touching the road.
Correct.
Like a couple inches on the road, because I've heard the stories.
Fantastic.
Actually, the stories I think Butch has been told are more about the Feywild, staying on the road in the Feywild, but I imagine they kind of apply here too. Stay on the road.
Always stay on the road. Now, all right, as you make your tiny hut, you all crowd in. It is getting fairly late. I think we ended last time. It was probably late evening, like probably about 9-10 o'clock. So, what are you doing?
Maybe that's late for olds.
It is late for olds.
Just to recap, what do we know about the fog, or have we gleaned anything about the fog other than we can't get out of it and we need to stay by the road?
It's pretty much all you found out so far.
We did just come out of a battle. I'd say it's kind of guard ourselves and try to get some rest to recover.
DM, what time is it currently, or at least what time does it feel like?
I feel like I just answered that
9:30 or
question.
10 at night.
Yeah, 9:30, 10 o'clock.
9:30 or 10 at night.
Sorry,
By the way,
I might have missed that.
Rhett was the one that answered that question.
Thank you, Rhett.
I'm the one that's paying the most attention right now.
Yeah,
What's
let's-
happening?
Let's remember this night. Everybody write this night down.
Yeah. July 11th. You know what? Maybe that's what it is. My 38th year will be my best year for memories.
Yes, happy birthday, Lindsay. Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday to
birthday.
Lindsay.
Happy birthday to my mom
Happy
today.
birthday to Lindsay's
Me
mom.
yesterday.
And happy birthday to my daughter Josie, who's definitely not watching this, but that's all right.
Still counts.
Happy birthday when you're
one
old
and
enough
all.
to-
And
Watch.
happy birthday to my buddy Brendan, who is also not watching this because he's lame. Anyway, I think that's all the birthdays. Oh, yeah, no, that's it.
Oh,
yeah, thanks.
happy birthday to my friend Levi, who watches sometimes. So there you go.
Fantastic.
Happy birthday, bud.
All right.
I,
Prime Day
Butch, would
as
like
well.
to cast a divination tonight
Okay.
about what might be taking place over the next 24 hours. It says, a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. Oh, within 7 days. That's fantastic. My question is simple. It is simply, dearest mystics here, what should be mindful for while passing along this road, trying to exit this haunted forest?
All right. This is divination you are casting.
Yes, it's a 4th level spell, but I'm going to cast it as a ritual to keep my slot, just in case something like shows up in the night, is like, knock knock, do you want to buy some poison apples?
Yes,
All right.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I do want to buy some poison.
Go ahead, roll me a D100 for me.
Okay, cool. Survey says 57. 57.
So you send this prayer out into the ether. And usually it's a fairly quick response from Sehanin, but you hear nothing. You hear
It's chilling.
silence, which kind of, to the point where it's that silence that's almost painful. The complete absence of all noise, to where it almost, the silence almost creates its own static.
Ugh. Okay. I think after waiting for about 35 minutes, Butch is gonna stop waiting.
So you kind of come out of it and you notice, got kind of a killer headache.
Excellent. Well, I am already exhausted.
Oh my god, did you actually get exhaustion last time?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did when he tried to go back out of the
Was it-
mist.
Was it just Butch or all of us?
No, it was just it was Butch
It was the
and
People who followed me.
yeah, Butch and Orpheus, I think, were the only two that.
I didn't get affected because I rolled.
Hey Sam, I think
high enough.
that's your keyboard. Super loud.
I love it. It's fantastic. Don't stop.
Don't stop believing. Okay. Anyway,
I will mute to type.
thank you.
Don't stop keyboarding.
All right, as you all,
Da-da-da-da-da.
as Butch is there anything the rest of you are doing while Butch is attempting this ritual?
Arnon's gonna bed down for the night.
Is anyone taking watch?
I will try to take watch.
All right.
Yeah, I'll take the next one.
Okay. So, Gwen, taking the first watch, go ahead and roll me a d20.
Not a perception check.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's do it that way. Do a perception check.
Yeah, I like my odds better with my eyes.
We can't tell you the odds.
Never tell me the
27.
odds. 27.
I'm not going to do that.
So, through your watch, I mean, you're in a deep, dark forest, and you're very familiar coming from Mesh and being a wood elf. You feel very comfortable and at home in this type of environment, save for the fog. The fog is a little unnerving, but you notice through your watch noises, sounds, but they're sounds you're familiar with. You know, the snapping of branches from critters scurrying through the underbrush. You hear the flapping of wings, a couple hooting of owls. And with a perception check of 27, the one thing that you really realize is you've been in the Shadowfell before. You never heard these kind of noises in the Shadowfell the last time you were here. You start looking around, and while it's difficult to see very far through the mist, but the landscape, the trees, you're just kind of sitting down for the first time and realizing that while not the material plane, this looks like some sort of weird amalgamation of the two. These trees seem to have more life to them than what's typically found in the Shadowfell, but still not to the extent of what you see on your plane. But other than that, your watch goes without a hitch.
When looking at those, can I discern any reason as to why they might be healthier, or in a way that they are unnatural for Shadowfell? I don't know if my nature check is something that could tell me the nature of this plane.
You can try a nature check, but it's going to be extremely high DC because you're not familiar with it.
I know nothing.
You know
11.
nothing with an 11.
Cool.
So, as your watch ends, you wake Rhett. Go in and do your trance. Rhett, I would like you to roll me a perception check.
Yay. There it is. I found it. $29.
You two are some perceptive motherfuckers.
I am. I see so many things. I
You-
never know if they're real.
You see sounds. You hear colors.
Oh, I'm like John Mayer.
Yeah. No. Similar to what Gwen told you, again, you've traversed forests before. You're familiar with forest sounds, like normal forest sounds. You do hear animals out in the distance, but nothing that seems large enough to worry about, and nothing that seems to be coming close to you. So, your watch goes without a hitch. We need one more person to take a watch to finish off the evening.
Arnon will volunteer if no one else does.
I assumed. Considering Butch and Orpheus were exhausted, they're probably beyond waking at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Orpheus made a save.
Did he? Okay, he might have. I don't remember.
Well,
That was
you're
2 weeks
human,
ago.
so you should sleep. Those elves don't
Okay.
need.
Yeah.
If there's
sleep.
anything I'm good at in this game, it's sleeping. So, stick with what I'm good at.
Fantastic.
Never gonna live that down.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a perception check for Arnon.
Oh, wrong button.
Yeah, let's not roll for initiative yet.
You got a little excited. Let's see. It's 21.
Again, basically the same thing. Still, nothing seems to be coming close. Arnon's watch goes without a hitch. The morning comes, or what you perceive, what your bodies tell you is the morning. All of you notice that just like the last time you were in the Shadowfell, the light does not change. There is no day or night cycle here. It is perpetual dusk. Perpetual, just shy of night. Like not even somewhere between twilight and full dark.
As part of his watch, as it goes into the morning, Arnon, looking out at the road and the expanse, does he still see that same fog from last night?
Yes. Fog is
Okay.
still surrounding you. Fog is, you notice that your visibility is almost completely gone. You can see roughly about 20 feet in front of you in any direction.
Right. Arnon is going to consider scouting out ahead, but then gives it a second thought, and then just kind of grumbles to himself and says, "Fuck."
Yeah.
And then just proceeds to go back into the tiny hut and very secretly feed Miss Swiss.
Fantastic. So, as you all come to consciousness, have your morning meal and everything, you look out and, yeah, go ahead and take your long rests, everyone in Foundry. Reset yourself. The path you were traveling, you do see... I can't remember if I mentioned it last week or not. Not a lot of footprints. This doesn't look like a well-traveled road, but you do see like ruts from wheels, like wagon wheels, carriage wheels, dug in. Not sure how old they are, but usually on roads like this, you see quite a few footprints, but you're not seeing very many at all, if any.
I don't recall who had the idea, but I think we should probably tie each other together with rope so we don't lose anybody. If somebody falls,
Yeah, let's do that.
put the heaviest person, Butch, in the back so he can counterweight anybody who might happen to fall off something.
I'm gonna put Elton on a leash.
Fantastic. All right. So
Just
yeah,
like this little pug body, just
fantastic.
wiggling.
I love it. So as you lash yourselves together, are you continuing down the road?
How big is Elton? I can't remember. Is he like a German Shepherd?
Yeah,
No, he's like the size of a pug, I thought.
I mean,
Oh, a
It's
pug?
grim.
yeah, I'm not sure yet. I'd have to look at the book, but yeah, somewhere around pug to, yeah. We've been saying pug from here on out, so let's keep it as pug.
You know what? Let's go corgi.
Corgi, perfect.
It's
Nice.
different.
You should get a papoose.
So here for
Little
that.
heart butt, you know?
Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. All right, so are you continuing down the road?
Yes, please.
What's the march or the tide order here?
Well, I'm the butt. I mean, the anchor, the caboose.
I mean, the biggest people should probably be in the back, so me and Butch for sure.
All right, I'm just gonna align you guys
Arnon.
on here.
Yeah.
And Arnon in the back.
Arnon usually tries to take point.
That's true.
He's got the highest perception score,
Yeah.
right?
Actually, Rhett has the
it's a-
highest perception.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, down to those two. So the two of them make sense for the front.
All right.
The
So,
front. I'm fine with that.
all right. So let's do Rhett, Arnon. Then are we doing who's behind Arnon? Either Gwen or Elric. Gwen.
Yes, please.
All right. All right. So this is the marching order here. I'm just going to put it here so we remember it. All right. Cool. So as you are walking, everyone go ahead and make a perception check.
$11.
Oh, they're
23.
all coming.
Dang, Elric.
Gwen, the Arnon is in your eyes. Should have put you
Goodness,
behind.
Swiss.
Should have put you behind Elric. You ain't seeing nothing. Anyway,
Butch is engaging, or attempting to engage Orpheus in conversation.
yeah. So you all walk for another couple hours, probably 2.5 hours before Rhett, Elric, and Arnon are the first to notice in the mists ahead of you, you start seeing a large, dark figure, like massive, almost. And you've been in some mists before, not to this extent, but you see what you can only discern as some sort of massive structure that's got to be well over 50 feet tall. It looks like you're walking into a wall almost.
Elric is going to pipe up and say, like, as soon as he notices, he's going to say, "Does everyone see that?"
Ooh, do I get another perception roll so I can roll higher than 10?
See what?
Elric's going to point directly at the dark, ever-growing figure.
And as he points, you are
Which looks
able to make out that the fog is darker in that area, straight ahead of you. And the road seems to go directly in towards that.
all right. Well, keep me
points-
posted.
When he points that out, can I look around on the ground to see if, because we saw some footprints, some wheel tracks. Can I look around on the ground to see if maybe there's anything else indicative of what the structure might be? Like, heavy boot prints or like something else.
Sure. I mean, go ahead and make a... Are you trying to, you're just trying to see the prints? Like, see if there's anything on the ground?
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
looking around on the ground
Well,
around me to see if it changed at all.
With your 23, I'll just add that into your 23 perception.
I did not get the 23. I got an 11.
Oh, you got an 11? Then, sure. Go ahead and roll another perception check.
25.
Okay, with the 25, you notice, again, you're seeing mostly those same tire tracks, or wheel tracks, I should say, not tire tracks. Those same wheel ruts going in that same direction, like along the road. Again, you don't see really any footprints at all, other than the few dusty footprints your group is leaving.
Quick question, DM.
Yes.
One of the things that I wanted to do with Elric was to have the familiar be summoned.
Ethan?
Different one this time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, this time it's going to be Bruce.
Bruce? What's Bruce?
Please tell me he's a shark.
Your name's not Bruce.
Upon closer inspection, you will see that Bruce is a bat.
Oh,
Nice.
that's even
Fantastic.
better.
Fantastic. Bruce. G'day, Bruce. All right.
Hi.
All right, so yeah, you have this bat fluttering around you guys' head.
I would like to, as soon as we're within less than 100 feet of that even darker mist fog, I would like to send Bruce in to take a look.
So you send in Bruce.
Send in Bruce.
So the rest of you are just kind of, I'm assuming you're hanging back while he sends Bruce off. So you send in Bruce, and through the poor eyesight of a bat, actually go ahead and make me a perception check through Bruce.
All right. Do-do-do-do-do. Perception.
Perception for Bruce.
Okay. Big money, no whammy. Oh no.
That's a 4.
That's pretty low.
So Bruce goes flapping in, and bats are not known for their keen eyesight. But
no, but they do have echolocation.
So he notices, after getting almost to the edge of your connection with him, you notice he almost runs smack dab into a giant wall. He's able to turn right at the last minute and start coming back.
Oh, he doesn't hit the wall.
No, he doesn't. He didn't actually hit the wall. He was able to stop himself before he hit the wall.
Okay.
Just
Good
because
thing
it
he had
wasn't a natural
echolocation.
one.
That was a merciful DM right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that, trading eyesight, so there's a wall right there.
Okay.
With Bruce, I would like to have him try to fly upward to see how tall the wall goes.
All right. Go ahead and make me another perception check.
Oh, buddy. Come on, Bruce.
Oh, Bruce.
That's
13.
That's an improvement.
All right. It's not. I mean, it's fine.
It's fine.
They're very tall. They're very tall. That's all he really can tell you, is that they're very tall. With a
That
13.
high wall. Wall.
It's a high wall. So
Oh yeah, that's right. The echolocation is part of its blind sight feature, which extends 60 feet.
right. Either way, it's a high wall.
It's a very high wall.
It's a very high wall.
I'm gonna have Bruce fly on back.
All right.
Why can't I open my stupid character sheet on Foundry?
How close are we to the wall right now? Can we see if the path diverts to the left or right of it or anything?
You know through
Can we see
Bruce
from the window to the wall?
till the sweat. Anyway,
Yeah.
Why
Humid
the
is
kids
it?
don't watch.
the path continues straight towards the wall, and you know through Elric's connection with Bruce that you're just shy of 100. What was it? 100 feet is how far your connection is with your familiar.
Yeah, 100 feet before the visual, like
Yeah.
the ability to trade vision breaks.
So you're just shy of 100 feet, but the path still continues to go straight ahead.
Well, do we still have the paint? Can we paint a doorway?
Ooh.
I need a solid surface, so
I'd rather go through the wall than
I'll
try to
I'll
scale this.
inspire you so that for your Bob Rossin,
So you guys,
Street Rossin.
are you guys going towards the wall?
I can
Follow.
give you guidance about happy little trees.
okay, yeah, it sounds like we're going up to the wall.
All right. So you
Do you want me
continue
to try and
following.
dispel the wall?
You continue following the path. You make it probably another, 30, 40 feet. And then suddenly you notice the fog starts spilling out of the forest. Sorry. Anyway, the fog starts
That forest sounds
spilling
weird.
out of the forest to swallow up the road behind you. Ahead, jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, are high stoned buttresses looming gray in the fog. Huge iron gates hang on the stonework. Dew clings with cold tenacity to the rusted bars. Two headless statues of armed guardians flank the gate, their heads now lying amongst the weeds at their feet. They greet you only with silence. I'm going to put a picture in the stream chat of the gate and the wall that you're approaching. Another reason to become a patron so you can see this content.
Hey,
Those are big guards.
You notice that the fog in front of you has cleared, yet behind you has become significantly thicker.
well, suppose we make our way in.
Is that door open?
It does not currently look to be open, but you still are probably a good 45, 50 feet away.
All right.
Let's approach the door.
So as you approach the door, you notice, without seeing anyone near you, the gate starts swinging open with the sound of rusty hinges squeaking.
Before we go further, we should probably get this rope off of us. I don't think we'll need it anymore.
Yeah, good idea. I like to preserve the rope.
Smart thinking.
Easy
Can,
enough to do.
are the heads just appearing inanimate? They're not going to talk to us, give us riddles or anything. Making sure.
No, from what you
One of them
can...
tells a lie, the other one doesn't.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. This is not the labyrinth yet.
Oh,
From what you can
It's
see...
a labyrinth. Not
from,
the labyrinth.
from what you can see, these are just statues.
All right,
Large.
Butch will pick up one of the heads.
The head is
Give it to
bigger
Glenn.
than Butch.
Oh. Okay, well, Butch will try to pick up one of the heads.
Yeah, the
How
head...
big are these heads?
The
I
entire...
mean, just sizable. Are they still heavy?
I mean, you can see the person on the horse in front of them in that picture. Like, those statues, the
Yeah.
full-size statues, are probably a good
Oh.
50, 60 feet tall. So the head itself is probably, close to 10 feet in diameter.
That's
That
probably
math
heavy.
doesn't work out, but that's all right. Your head is not 1/6 of your body. Or maybe it is.
I would
don't know.
say
I think it's
6 feet.
1/8.
All right. Either way.
They are the knights who say knee.
Yes.
Yeah, the knights with no knees.
Bring me a shrubbery.
oh no.
So,
Well, sorry, Gwen.
It's okay. I appreciate it.
Maybe we can find some other statues of heads knocked off.
Or we could knock
Whack.
the head off of one.
Yeah, well,
See who's here first, maybe.
So, what are you doing?
Seeing who's here.
hey, Rhett, you talk pretty. Shall we introduce ourselves?
Have we gone through the gate?
I don't think so.
Have you gone through the gate? That's what I'm wondering.
Maybe we gently, tentatively, cautiously, and with much grace approach the gate.
Okay.
Yes.
Roll for grace.
As you approach the
Dex
gate,
save.
and you look through the gate on the other side of this wall, you're not going through yet. You're just glancing through the open gate. You see the road continues and the forest continues. You notice that this is more of this isn't like a building. This is more of an exterior, like kingdom wall. This is the border of a kingdom, you can guess, as opposed to like a building or a city.
Arnon isn't sure whether or not there's going to be a trap, but he's going to check.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Investigation. So close to a 20.
But a 19 nonetheless. No signs of traps.
I think it's
say we-
safe.
Keep going. Yeah. Best Arden impression ever.
It's fantastic. So as you walk through,
Insert lifting up a book that's relevant here.
as you walk through this gate, like I said, the road continues, the forest continues. You notice that the fog is significantly lessened here, yet still prevalent. It's still a little bit of a mist, but you're able to see through it now. It's just kind of this ever lingering low mist. As you walk through, what's everybody's passive perception? Rhett with a 21. You would be the only one that would notice it. Right after everyone walks through the gate, you continue walking forward another 10, 15 feet. Rhett, suddenly you hear a click come from behind you. You turn your head, and the gate is...
Would I turn my head quickly so other people would like notice? Like,
I mean, would you?
or I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I heard something like that,
Yeah.
I'd probably like.
You-
because we're going in
yeah.
like an unknown area, so I'd be like, what the fuck's that?
You heard a small, like, click or like a tick noise. You whip your head around. The gates are closed.
They didn't squeak coming down?
They did not squeak when they closed.
Did you guys hear that?
Hear what?
And you all...
Huh?
There was a click, just a single click.
When she whips around to see where the sound
Like
came
that,
from, she sees the gate closed, right?
Yeah, you turn around and you see the gate is closed. You can assume that that click was the doors coming to rest against each other.
I'll go look. I'm gonna go look for the source of the click. Show off my investigation
Yours?
skills.
You're gonna go look
no
for the
idea.
clickbait.
Sure.
The click has officially baited you.
Yeah. Clickbait.
I don't think I
we've
found the.
officially found Hotel California.
Oh no.
You notice
How lovely, Nick, how lovely is this place so that we can gauge whether or not
It's
we've
a lovely
arrived?
place.
Is it such a lovely
it's
place?
a lovely place. No.
Are there any lovely faces that we're immediately seeing?
Oh, of course. All of us.
You
Of
look
course,
around.
yes. We're
and
surrounded by them. Look at our party.
You look around, towering trees whose tops are lost in heavy gray mist, blocked out all but death gray light. The tree trunks are unnaturally close to one another, and the woods have a silence of a forgotten grave, yet exude the feeling of an unvoiced scream.
Is that inside the walls
Yes.
that we're standing next to?
Now that you've passed the walls, the forest continues.
I don't know if I like those breezy screams. Not really like into that.
But none of the fog. Just open forest.
Open forest, a light mist in the forest, but not
So we
nearly
just
as
have-
heavy as it was on the
We
other
just
side
have
of the wall.
some little mist and freezy screams.
Yes.
Can you describe again what is screaming?
Delicious.
Nothing.
I feel like I missed that.
No, it was
my God.
allegory. It was allegory. It wasn't like there was no actual
Okay.
screaming.
Okay.
Trying to convey a vibe.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I mean, if the freezy screams were a treat, it'd be sour, not sweet.
Anyway,
Those voices are calling from far
I
away.
love it.
yeah. So, are you continuing, or are you
No.
hanging out
Let's
next to
give
the
up.
wall?
Yeah, I'm just pressing forward.
All right.
Let's just make a lot of noise and have things come to us. We won't go to them.
Yeah.
Oh my
Everybody
God.
put on your stompingest boots.
Okay.
Let's
Hey,
go.
Elric,
So-
try to
We could-
sneak.
We could do some music.
That's probably not a good idea.
As
We are-
you
Unbelievable.
As you continue to walk, you walk for about another 15 or 20 minutes, and then Rhett, again with your passive perception, you notice something. Not a sight, not a sound, but a smell. You notice the stench of decay, of death,
Hey, turtles have a good sense of smell too.
rotting flesh. Like, not like this.
But I don't
something.
see anything. Is that
Not
because of
yet.
the fog or because of like
It seems to be
is it the
coming
time,
from.
time of day?
It seems to be coming from slightly off the path. It's
That's some
you
fog
can
bait. That's more clickbait.
you
I don't
can
know,
smell
guys.
it. You can smell it. You can tell where it's coming from, but there's a few trees. It seems to be coming from behind a couple
guys.
trees.
My schnoz smells some decay. That away.
That's
Does
Gwen's
anybody
job.
else smell that?
In a specific direction?
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to smell it?
You
So that's
can.
my jam.
What's your passive perception, actually?
19? Yeah.
Yeah, you smell it as well. Anybody with a perception over. After she points it out, anyone with a passive perception over 15 can smell it. And if you're if you want to actively try and smell, you can roll a perception check.
I have
Roll
a
for
15, so it has to be a 16 or better.
No, 15 is fine. Meets it beats. So I'm pretty sure the only one who wouldn't smell it is Orpheus.
All right, I like to roll to identify the kind of rot.
Okay. Go ahead and make
I assume that's
nature
survival.
check. Or survival or nature, one of the two.
I mean, my background is
Your background
Natural
is those
one.
natural ones.
May I do
Gwen,
the
yes.
same?
Yeah, Gwen, since you like death, go for it.
Okay, so it's my jam.
Like death. Since you're a fan,
15.
15, you are very familiar with this smell. This is the smell of a corpse that's been dead for a little while. Decomposing corpse.
I'm gonna pass that
was it-
along to Butch.
Oh, do you think they wrote music? Decomposing. Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you were gonna
Sorry.
pour them or this. I don't know what you have.
Trying to keep up the spirits here in the Shadowfell.
Sorry, the gallows humor was a bit lost on us.
I guess we should tie those ropes around each other
Rhett,
again. I'm gonna go
Rhett,
off the path.
Yeah, I think that's probably I agree.
Can't
I think that we need to regroup via rope.
Before we can I tell how far away it is?
go ahead and make a perception check.
Just give it to me.
Can you turn into a wolf? Would that let you smell better?
Easy.
It would give me advantage on perception checks based on smell.
I will go ahead and give you advantage since everyone else is already actively looking.
It's like we're
So,
huffing and puffing at
You
this
can
point.
either roll with advantage or everyone can roll perception.
Well,
Like
I'm
the
trying
odds
to
would be
sniff
better
it
if we all did.
Go
Just
for it.
Everybody
Somebody
give a
get it.
big whiff. Tell me how close it is.
I just like the idea that Orpheus
Pull it
is
into the
watching
nostrils.
everybody sniff like the rock. And I'm just the only one oblivious to what's going on.
Orpheus,
and I'm
take
just-
it. Oh, he can't. You can't smell it, can you?
No, you
My
can't. You can't smell what the rock is cooking. You're right, Gwen. He never will.
My boys smell
Sorry,
blind.
Orpheus.
Oh wait, do I even get a chance to
I'm
roll? Because
blind.
I had that natural one.
It doesn't matter because Elric already and Rhett hit the DC easily.
Well, that's just a wizard.
Elric and Rhett, you go kind of like staying on the path, but walking in the direction of that smell. And
And we've tied ourselves back together, right?
sure.
I thought this was right before
Yeah, that's-
agreeing to do that.
Yeah. But the foul scent leads you. You can see about 15 feet from the road a human corpse half buried in the underbrush. The young man appears to be a commoner. His muddy clothes are torn and raked with claw marks. Crows have been at his body, which is surrounded by paw prints. The man has obviously been dead for several days. He's got one hand outstretched, and you can see something in his hand.
A what in his hand?
Who can see that? Brett and Elric?
Rhett and Elric. It appears to be possibly something like parchment or leather
Share
or
it, and
cloth,
I'll go get it.
something. You
And
can't
I
quite
won't
tell
eat
from
it.
this distance.
I won't eat it. I'll get it, but I won't eat it. I promise.
Yeah, someone that doesn't have a history of eating evidence.
Wait. Let's just establish. Let us
Wait.
establish we have the ropes tied first.
Elric did not tie the rope.
Let's do that then before.
Well,
There you
Elric can
go.
animate objects, right? Can he just animate what's in his hand and bring it to him?
Oh wait,
Don't you have to
unseen
touch?
servant.
Claw it.
Wait, unseen servant.
Unseen servant.
Yeah, unseen servant.
All right, so your unseen servant.
Board it up.
I was gonna say either that or mage hand.
Yeah. So, all right. So Rhett's
Do I look like a man?
Go
casts
get it.
her unseen servant, wanders off the
see it.
path, plucks this thing out of the corpse's hand, and walks over to you. And you see an envelope, a crumpled envelope with there's a chunk of like red sealing wax with a large B stamped into the wax.
No, I'm not joking. Are you reading the insect a B or the letter B?
B. As
Sorry,
in-
I'm not trying to be ignorant. I
No,
was just
B as in boy.
making sure.
The letter B.
Bartholomew.
Thank you.
I didn't hear you. You cut out. I didn't hear the question initially. I wasn't ignoring you.
Huh?
You said you weren't joking. I was saying I didn't hear you ask the first time. I wasn't trying to like ignore you or anything.
I preceded that comment.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
That comment preceded.
I thought you.
That's why I'm confused.
I thought you thought I was ignoring you because I thought you were being
No, because
facetious.
I'm a fucking smartass. I was being like, hey man, I know that I'm a smartass and awful. So let you know that I'm actually asking you a serious question.
All right, cool. We're on the same page. No, it's the letter B as in boy.
Thank you.
Is it done up to look like the insect as well? Or is it
Sure.
just the letter?
No, it's not.
What kind of script is it in? Is it in a particular
Old English? I don't know.
Okay. All right.
It's very fancy.
Like a elven script or like one of those human scripts?
No, it's common.
Okay.
Are you going to open that?
I'll do it.
I'll hand it to Elric to open.
Or
Because
Elric.
apparently
can do
my
it.
computer is not charging.
All
so
right, so let me find the thing.
Using Mage Hand, Elric.
Elric? Elric?
Elric is going to open the letter.
You open the envelope. A piece.
Letter B.
Pull out a piece of parchment inside. And this is what you see.
Okay.
If you would
Hail thee of might and valor. I, the Burgomaster of Barovia, send you honor with despair. My adopted daughter, the fair Irina Koliana, has been these past nights bitten by a vampire. Shit. For over 400 years, this creature has drained the lifeblood of my people. Now my dear Irina languishes and dies from an unholy wound caused by this vile beast. He has become too powerful to conquer. So I say to you, give us up for dead and encircle this land with the symbols of good. Let holy men call upon their power that the devil may be contained within the walls of weeping Barovia. Leave our sorrows to our graves and save the world from this evil fate of ours. There is much wealth entrapped in this community. Return for your reward after we are all departed for a better life. Polion Indirovich, Burgomaster.
Vampires, huh?
You read that out loud to everyone?
I did.
Could we get
That
all
sucks.
get maybe that typed out?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll send it in
Yeah.
the stream chat.
What was the sister's name? Lucy?
Daughter?
Irina?
Irina?
Daughter?
Irina.
Irina.
Well, we're fortunate.
Vampires.
Usually a vampire is a surprise attack. We've been given a quest. Assuming we wish to take it.
Well, we came here to kill vampires. Well, a vampire. Hey, Arden. I have a question.
Yeah.
If we kill the master vampire, what happens to all the vampires that master vampires created with their unholy power? Do they disintegrate, or do they get promoted to master, or what happens?
Arnon is going to, while I ask if I can do a history check to remember such a thing.
Yes, you can. And since he is a blood hunter, he gets advantage on anything regarding the undead.
Wonderful. Okay.
Does that make him our Willow?
Maybe.
To an extent, yeah.
Said advantage.
Yeah.
Yes. Look at that.
With a
You'll
24,
love to see it.
Arnon would
do.
know that there's no evidence to that. There's been plenty of documented cases of vampires being slew with no real document as to whether or not the underlings or turned vampires were affected in any way.
It operates much like a disease as opposed to a magical effect. Once you're one of them, you're not mystically connected or anything like that. Once one dies, anyone connected to that vampire, they're not dead. You have to kill them too.
All right. So it's a disease.
It operates like one. Vampirism's weird.
Wonder what kind of savings throw it is. I probably have a spell for that.
I know I don't have to tell any of you this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Don't get bit.
Really?
I have a feeling we're going to be sleeping in the hut.
He's gonna grumble the second Gwyn says really. It's like,
Just a real happy, warm feeling of satisfaction in Gwen's heart.
So,
should we keep going?
I mean, there's only one path, right? Only one road.
one way in. Yes.
Yeah, let's keep going, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll make
Best
camera
to
back in a second once my laptop charges.
You're good.
Best to stick to the road for now.
So you continue walking down this path. You walk for about another hour before the trees start thinning. You come to the edge of the tree line. You're looking over a large valley. The trees you can see continue. It's almost like a massive clearing. You can still see the tree lines wrapping around. To your left, south, you see a large river. Quite a ways away from where you are, but cutting along parallel to the road you're on. The road continues. You follow with your eyes to, you can see a village a little ways, probably 2-3 miles down the road. Past that, you see the forest kind of circle back, and you see what could be a path out. Everyone make a perception check for me real quick.
Wow, Butch with a 9. Oh no. Orpheus with a 0.
My boy with
Brett
a
with a
zero.
26.
I'm so blind.
I thought a 9 was bad.
I thought you were just smell blind. Now you're blind.
All right.
Now you're blind.
Most of you don't notice because of the distance and the haze. Rhett, however, you do notice the road continues into this town that's probably about 3 miles out, then cuts to the left and then continues. You can follow the road. It continues. It crosses that river and then disappears into the forest. You continue looking. You turn your eyes back to where the village is, and looking past it, almost in the haze, which is why no one else notices this, but you can make it out. You see past the village, you see cliff face, like a stepped cliff, and looking over at the top of that cliff, looking over the village, you see just starting to fade into the mists, you see a large castle.
A large what?
Castle.
I think you said asshole.
Asshole. No, he's second in your group, the large asshole.
Oh, my bad.
Arnon somehow hears God say this and just goes, Conticaria's asshole.
Great.
Orpheus is apparently still napping, so you guys will have to tell him what to do. He notices nothing. He sees nothing. He smells nothing.
And drinks to forget.
Or if it's all like, tired. I'm a human. That's what he sounds like.
I'm
Just like that.
Elric is going to like tap Orpheus and just very obviously point in the direction of stuff we're looking at. and if Orpheus still can't see, it's like, I'm going to describe it to you since your eyes don't work.
Is anyone like proficient in like art? Just draw it for him.
I mean,
Probably
I
you.
I have attributes.
Like
So
I
as you
spent a lot
stand-
of years in hell. Okay, my eyes don't adjust like they used to.
As you as you stand on the edge of this clearing looking over all of this, what is it that you do?
So there's a village here?
Yes.
We should probably go into the village?
Agree.
No, hopefully
Yeah.
nobody's related to all those people you killed last time you were here.
Those
Okay,
village
so
people?
I don't know what you're talking about.
the
Let's go to
village
village.
people are gonna sing at us until we join their gym.
Yeah,
Till we
let's
spontaneously
not,
combust.
let's not
Buff your
mention that.
Well, okay, look, we were already attacked by revenants, and I think Arnon said they returned from the dead to like take vengeance upon people. They attacked us, so I think this place already knows about us.
I mean, we
Oh,
just got a
shit.
letter.
Sorry, point of order, because I forgot when you guys started this day. Real quick, because I suck and I forgot it when you first woke up. Everyone make me a wisdom saving throw.
Everyone?
Yeah.
I was so hoping that you'd forget.
Oh, buddy.
You remember
Yup.
last time when Arnon became
Yup.
apathetic for a day? Gwen, you're fine.
Said wisdom save?
Wisdom
Starting to
save.
Wisdom
warm up to
save.
Shadowfell. Like, this could be like a
See.
vacation.
No,
place.
I completely forgot. Oh no.
I don't know how to do what. Wait, what's that?
Elric, you're good actually.
Attributes,
Butch, you're
wisdom,
good.
saving.
Thank you.
Orpheus, you're good.
I'm guessing the DC's 10.
Oh, Arnon again.
Arnon again.
Arnon again.
Baby,
Oh.
no.
Natural
Baby.
20.
Fantastic. Everyone makes except for Arnon. I need you to roll me a d6.
A d6?
Roll a
d6, no.
Roll a d6.
You're losing sanity
Sorry.
points.
Not the sanity mechanic.
Oh no!
Oh, Max. That's not good.
Oh shit!
Why is high bad?
Okay.
What'd you do to him?
This is going to be the explanation for why he's.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So, Arnon, the Shadowfell starts feeling like taking its toll on Arnon already, and he is now the situation here. When you roll a 6, is you are the condition that you take is known as madness. So
can we say that was a slow acting madness?
Yes, it was
that
slow.
So creeped up onto him right now.
With my perception, do I notice that the madness is taking over?
You probably do. Yes. So he has.
Hey guys, the madness is taking over.
So Arnon.
Here comes the madness.
Arnon
Too bad we
has.
can't do copywritten music. To
Yeah.
like, I'm going slightly mad.
Arnon now has disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws that use intelligence, wisdom, or charisma. And he gains the flaw, I can't tell what's real anymore.
Can I cast Lesser Restoration on him? I have no idea if that's going to help.
Let me look at what the... hold on. Let's
See if madness can be fixed with restoration magic.
Well, I've also got Greater Restoration if we need it. Oh, wait. I think
Please
that's
tell
a 5th level spell, and I don't have it prepared today.
Oh no.
We're all roped together when the madness sets in, right? Just
Yeah.
checking. I'm right behind Arnon. Cool.
This
You
is
know
the-
what? Let's just set the rope on fire and see what happens.
I'm really interested in
Or-
what type of madness Arnon shows as his phenotype. Is he like throwing poop mad? Or
Okay,
is he
so-
like try to stab you mad?
All right.
I'm honestly hoping for poop if those are my two options.
Yeah, if those are the two options, I'll take the monkey poop throw.
I
Mad.
don't want that, but
let's
don't stab me, Arden.
let's find out.
All right. So I apologize for not doing that earlier.
It's more insidious this way.
Exactly. All right. So, as you're standing here looking over, you see the village probably about 3 miles ahead of you. You see that river probably about 1.5 miles to your left. And the road continues in towards that village.
Okay, what does Arnon see? Or would you like to send me what Arnon sees?
At this point, Arnon sees basically the same thing. He doesn't see anything differently. He's just not sure if what he sees is real. At least currently.
So, a look that was earlier one of trying to be perceptive has been slowly turning into a very wide-eyed, like, what the fuck look? Like,
Like it just hit him. The trucks just hit him.
It's a bad trip, man. It's a bad trip.
we gotta get out of here. This is backcountry. Oh God! And Elric has a bat. Oh no! Like, Anna, are you all right?
I really just want Emery to talk to himself for the next hour. Like I need this.
Perfectly
Guys, you know what?
represents the
Let
madness.
this be my birthday present. Can you just please have Emery talk to himself for like at least 40 minutes?
It's out of town. We need to make it to town. I think we need to make it to town. Elric is going to lean into Gwen and just kind of whisper, keep a close eye on him.
I will. I'm like watching for any quick movements and hoping that he's not going to try to be super sneaky when he's off his rocker.
He's got kind of stuck with the perpetual Kramer face for the time being, just like.
Is his hair also just standing up? just for
Absolutely.
no reason?
Yeah.
It's just like a lot of rapid movements. Just
It might be here in a minute. We need to get to town.
think we need to get to town. Y'all,
Let's get to town.
let's go.
Arden looks like he needs a couple beers in him. Let's hope they have a tavern.
Hey, you know what? You know Orpheus and I are always down for taverns.
Always down.
Can
for
I-
fun.
Maybe
when I-
Maybe
population
not in the
us.
Shadowfell. That's
When
probably
Elric-
a bad idea.
When Elric leans in and tells me to watch Arden, can I do a very... I don't want to dig deep, but I want to detect thoughts on
Oh.
Arnon.
Okay.
Which I'm pretty sure... Yeah, I want to do detect thoughts on Arnon.
All right. So surface level thoughts. If you're not digging deep, what would
Seems
Arnon's
like a gloriously bad
surface
idea.
level thoughts be at this point?
How can this town be real if my eyes aren't real?
Does he still
What's
recognize
wrong with your
us?
eyes? What's wrong
as
with your
being
beautiful
us?
eyes?
Yeah, he still recognizes you all. You have a deep enough connection with him that
Okay, because there's
Okay.
there's an actual disorder where you suspect the people that you know have been replaced with clones, or because
I mean-
the part of your brain that actually tells you that yes, this is the person I know and love, like that chemical is no longer being made.
the day's still young.
Oh
day,
no!
The day is still young, and that actually brings me to my next surface level thought. That town had better be real, because if it's not, then I'm probably having a very lucid nightmare that I'm going to have to fight my way out of. And I will fight my way out.
Oh my
Please
god.
don't. Please don't. We are
The
occupants.
madness is taking over everyone.
Okay, only one of you gets the surface level thought. Whether or not Gwen communicates any of that,
I'm saying
I
this
am
to
not-
Brett, not Orpheus. Please don't.
Yeah. I will not be repeating any of it while Arnon is in earshot. I want to make that clear. I am not being like, hey guys, guess what Arnon just thought? We're fucked. Like, no, that's not happening.
I don't think he would deal well with that.
No. So I think I'm just going I'm behind Arnon, right?
Yeah.
In our little marching
Yes.
order. Okay, I think I'm just gonna place my hand. I'm gonna say Arnon, like so he hears me, and then I'm gonna gently place my hand like on his upper back. And I'm gonna say,
he very violently jerks at the feel of that, just like, oh, it's you. You're Gwen.
You
I
can
am.
clearly see that he is becoming more and more agitated and jumpy.
I am. I didn't mean to scare you. It's going to be okay.
You
We're
didn't-
here.
You didn't scare me. I'm not
Okay,
afraid.
I
I'm
did.
not.
Of
I'm
course
not
not.
afraid.
I didn't. Well, you know, your instincts kicked in and you were ready to go because you thought something was up behind you. And I am. That is me, but I have no ill intent. So, I'm here, and it's gonna be okay.
You're right.
I can tell you with absolute certainty that I'm here you're here. Okay? That village, I can see it too. It's out there. Let's go check it out.
I am here.
Yeah?
No matter where I go, there I am.
You are where you are.
Yeah, let's go see.
You're with family.
When you're here, we're family.
Oh, did you say family?
Yeah, we're
When you're
gonna
here.
Yeah.
all of
Yeah.
us together.
Yep. Yeah.
Your family? We're family.
We're fine, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a piece of paper out and eat it.
We're fine.
My own paper, not anybody else's.
We're
Be
fine.
like, remember this?
We're,
Like, yeah,
we're-
this is fine.
yeah.
This is
fine.
real and normal,
This is
right?
fine. We're
Okay.
going.
All right,
to be
turn around
fine.
and let's start.
We're
Let's
gonna be
go.
fine.
I'm just gonna try to fucking move him.
I'm gonna have to
Gently.
prep calm emotions tomorrow.
That's the thing. Like the book is now everything's fine, and like the author, like the biography of Arnon.
Oh, if Arnon wrote anything, it would be that tome from The Shining.
So,
But let's get going.
you all walk the 3 miles. Takes you, probably, 15, 20 minutes. You come...
Damn, we're booking it.
Well, what's average walking speed? Isn't it like... No, I guess it would probably be closer to an hour. My bad. So, takes you about an hour or so to get to the edge of town. You notice as you walk in or get closer, you see a signpost that just reads Barovia. And as you step into the village of Barovia, your senses are immediately assailed by a haunting scene of desolation and decay. Dilapidated buildings loom on either side of the cobblestone streets, their sagging rooftops casting eerie shadows over broken windows and peeling paint. The air is heavy with a suffocating stillness, punctuated only by the distant hoot of an owl and the occasional creak of a rusty sign swinging in the wind. The few villagers you encounter move with slow, weary gait, their eyes downcast and their expressions etched with a profound sadness. It is a place trapped in a perpetual state of mourning, where the pale of darkness hangs heavy, casting a grim shadow over the village and its inhabitants. You walk in and you see the main roadway that you're walking through that cuts through town. You see a couple side streets. Most buildings you see are boarded up. And that's where we're going to go ahead and take our break because it's almost 10 o'clock. So, you guys figure out what you want to do as you enter the village of Barovia. And we will be back in about 10 minutes. So, stick with us. We'll be right back. Hello, everybody.
So many personalities.
We are back. Thank you for sticking with us. We are back. Oh, I can't scoot forward. Can't wait for my new desk. Anyway, sorry, Prime Day, desk deal. Anyway, so, as you guys enter the village of Barovia, what would you like to do?
I'm looking for a tavern.
What is your favorite color?
What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
African or European?
What? I don't know that. Anyway.
What is your favorite curse word?
Cunt.
Barovia.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So, might be a little premature, but I will activate the city map here. So, you are coming
Wunderbar.
in on the east road here. You make your way in. You're looking for a tavern specifically?
Yeah.
An inn. a place
Go
where
ahead
people go.
and make me a perception check, whomever is looking around.
I mean,
How do we make the bar appear if, say, it's
Yeah.
like the one that said attributes and stuff?
yeah, mine's gone too.
Hit H twice.
Ah,
Oh,
yes.
guys, the
That was it.
new button that I installed.
Yeah, if you
What does it do?
right click on your picture, on your icon, and click on the little crossed swords.
I'm on a Mac.
So control
Oh, I
or
think that's-
command click, or
Yeah.
I can shove people?
yeah, shove is always an action.
Command
These are
click.
things you.
Yeah, command click
So-
on your icon.
Yeah, that's not it.
So I hit perception and then nothing happened.
Maybe it's control.
Oh
click.
my god. Okay, I didn't see the little arrow above the picture.
Arrow above the picture.
Above your picture, it's save skills and tools. So I click the
Yep.
little arrow and it's all of my stuff.
Nice.
All of your stuff.
All of my attributes, dog. Stop.
Why is I see dice rolling, but it's not popping up in the thing in the chat.
And I don't even see the dice
Mine
rolling.
did. Or,
Yeah,
I got.
Gwen's did, but
Try
I
it
don't
again
see
to
Gwen's
see if
either.
it's.
I
Oh.
don't see anything after the detect thoughts. I see
you
nothing.
might have to reload. Oh, there's another.
Well, I'm rolling my perception.
Yeah, Butch is rolled.
Yeah, I
I
tried
didn't
a
do
couple
a good
times. I'll
job.
try again once this
Yeah.
blues.
My guess is your connection got fucker-dude for some reason.
All right. So what's supposed to happen when people right-click on it that I cannot do?
There's a little cross sword icon, or actually, in
Could
the
also just be on the left
Yeah.
side of the screen.
on the left side
Well, I've
under
got that.
token control, the little toggle Argon combat HUD. It's 2 cross swords. Click on that, and
Oh,
then
I've got some
Well,
stuff
now
done
it
at the
There
works
you
on my
go.
home computer. Sweet.
you
Oh,
borked
no,
your
where do all my
computer.
macros go?
You can toggle the button off to
Excellent.
make
Excellent.
it go away.
All right, so we're just gonna go with to keep us moving here. We're just gonna go with Gwen's 21 perception. You notice most of these buildings are boarded up. You see very few signs of life in this building or in this village. Everything looks pretty abandoned. However, you do notice you walk forward towards the central, what you can assume is the central square, which is up here. You see a well and a statue. And right there on the northeast corner, you see a large building. You see a single shaft of light thrusts illumination into the main square, its brightness looking like a solid pillar in the heavy fog. Above the gaping doorway, a sign hangs precariously askew, proclaiming this to be the Blood on the Vine Tavern.
Ominous.
Hey, there's somebody's. Rhett. Finally rolled.
Yeah,
So-
I heard fine.
If I am the one to see it, I share it with everybody unless everybody saw it.
Sounds like they serve wine.
Once you walk
Maybe.
closer, you notice that on the sign, it at one point read Blood of the Vine Tavern, but the F has been scratched out and an N has been written above it.
Does it look populated?
You hear some noise coming from inside.
Wait, is it the blood in the vine or on the vine or of the vine?
It was originally blood of the vine, and now it's blood on the vine.
On the vine, okay.
Shall we go inside?
Yep, we should. If anywhere in this town is going to have some sense of life, it's got to be here, right?
I'm just gonna pull my mask down before I walk in.
So as
Probably
you,
And what's it
smart.
smell like?
The mask?
No, everything. We knew
Oh.
what things smelled like previously, so I just didn't know if we
Does it smell?
had
You
smell
smell-
vision at this
smell-o-vision,
current
yeah.
stage.
Engage our noses.
Engage your noses.
Smell-o-vision. Engage.
From the streets,
Enhance.
while walking through the streets of the town, you notice just typical mud, earth-like smells. Nothing too out of the ordinary. You do smell some like nasty waste askewed smells or waste adjacent smells. Walking towards this tavern, you start smelling more possibly food stuff, but nothing that smells super appetizing.
Well, this is
You do
medieval
smell-
fantasy, so isn't
like
that
boiled
every
skulls
town?
You do
of
smell
yesteryear.
you do smell wood smoke coming from inside. Not exactly the most lively of taverns. You don't hear the normal hustle and bustle and music and everything playing that you usually accustomed to taverns. This is more of a somber, quiet place. As you open the door and walk in, you see a human man standing behind the bar. Seems to be pouring a drink. You see a few commoner looking people standing around. And then you do see one man in more of a fine dress, kind of shoulder length, whitish blonde hair, sitting in a corner with what appears to be a goblet of wine. The doors open and everybody's gaze kind of looks at you. Most turn back. Most you see very solemn faces, yet this man in the corner appears to be a little more jovial than the rest. Kind of meets your gaze and tips his glass towards you.
Gonna go order a drink.
Yep.
I'm gonna go over to the man that tipped his glass to us.
I'm following Rhett.
So the two of you, Butch and Elric, walk towards the bar, towards the barkeep. I'm assuming Arnon would probably go with you guys. Orpheus, are you going with the men or the women?
I'm gonna stand by the door and watch.
All right, so you kind of post up next to the door.
Hold on just a second.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Arnon is going to do his best to hold it together. But what he sees, oh boy. I'm gonna go with them, pointing over to Rhett and Gwen.
All right, so he walks with Rhett and
Do
Gwen.
do we hear him say that?
Nope,
Uh-oh.
that was in his mind.
So we just hear him lumbering about behind us, I'm assuming? Like, as we're, like
You hear
clacking over to Mr. Tip his hat? Like,
imagine someone trying to hide the fact that they're high right now.
All right. So as
Can I give him Elton to hold as a emotional support animal right now? Would that help or hurt? Like emotional support drag corgi? Like
Oh, that is not a corgi. He will trip balls and crash.
It'll help.
all right, I'm gonna let him. Elton is smart enough to know if he needs to wiggle out of that situation.
so as you all
Arden just needs something to do with his hands, so he has the corgi dragon.
okay, as you all walk over, you see this man.
Georgie?
He's very square face, whitish blonde shoulder length hair that's just slightly wavy. He's wearing like a dark green shirt with like a kind of fur-lined dark blue vest. Actually, you know what? He looks a lot like fucking Kristoff from Frozen, to be completely honest.
Oh, he's a fancy man.
So
Is it
he's a-
Kristoff at the very end of Frozen 2 when he tries to dress up, or Kristoff
no, it's
normally?
normal Kristoff. But
Aw,
a little
okay,
fancy.
I like normal Kristoff.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
And he walks up and he's like, welcome. I have not seen your faces around here before. Please, have a seat. And he reaches, or kind of points over to the barkeeper. Wilhelm, a round for everybody. My treat. Anything that they want.
Do we get to hear him scream at some point? The barkeep? Because I would love it if we could just hear Wilhelm scream.
God damn it.
Just curious.
The night is still
Please.
young.
Oh
No,
my
did you
god,
see
Arden's
the-
gonna make Wilhelm
Oh
scream.
my god, no.
Did wait, the barkeep's name is Wilhelm?
Yes, that's what this
Sorry,
other gentleman.
it's Wilhelm.
Wilhelm.
Oh,
Wilhelm.
I am very familiar with the sound. It's just awfully funny if his name is Wilhelm. Now, you said that the barkeep Wilhelm is human?
Yes.
Human.
Morpheus.
He's kind of a pudgy, bald man with kind of a brown, like walrus style mustache, a la the dad from American Chopper, that kind of continues down his chin.
Oh my god. West Coast shoppers, what up? That's great.
Morpheus.
Please tell me he's about to throw a chair.
Morpheus, that guy's human.
I don't care.
Like you. You guys might have something in common.
You do notice that everyone in this tavern is human, too.
Oh! Well, I'm outnumbered.
So this gentleman says to you, Rhett, Gwen, and Arnon, please have a seat. I have not seen you here before. Are you new to town?
I'm just gonna put my hand gently, like in a comforting way, around Arden's shoulders, but like he can see
Jumps.
my hands at all times.
Stop
Be
touching
like,
him.
Let's sit, and I'll
Seems
sit
like a bad
with
choice now.
at the same time with him.
I'm gonna stand.
We're passing through, I think.
Hmm.
Passing through. Are you
Serve me
from?
funny, Emery.
Jesus Christ.
I need that to be just my phone background, just a live video, like just in a loop.
I missed something.
It was a wonderful. Yep.
Jesus. All right. So,
Anyway,
just passing through. Are you guys from Valaki or Kretz?
No.
No. What do you mean? If you're not from Barovia, Valaki, or Kretz,
I'm just gonna. At Rhett, just looking for a little look.
we're kind of from everywhere and nowhere. We're travelers.
Yeah, we've been a lot of places.
We
and we're
get
human.
around.
how did you get here?
How did you get here?
How do any of us get here?
We walked.
Yeah, the forest is thick.
The forest. You're from outside.
Double C's. Yuck.
You're from beyond the gate.
We are definitely from beyond
We
the forest.
walked through a gate to get here.
You
I don't know if that's
Rhett's-
the only one.
Rhett, with your passive perception, you would clock this as him. You would see his eyes glance towards the barkeep. The barkeep then glances around, and you see everyone kind of glancing at each other nervously. Before he looks back, he says, "It's been a long time since we've had anyone from any kind of outsiders from come through."
We're from beyond.
I mean, business is business, right? You guys we're bringing money into the town. We're contributing to the local economy.
What drink would you recommend?
I mean, the wine is
The Wilhelm Scream, perhaps?
the wine is
Is
decent.
that a drink
The
special?
ale is
It's a shot.
okay. There's not a lot to
It's
have here. As you can may have imagined, we're a little cut off from the rest of the world, as it were. So, what brings you to Barovia?
Business, prophecies, same old, same old.
Yeah,
The
just
huge.
kind of running down some leads for some things.
Running down some leads. What sort of business are you all? I see you all are, well armed, so to speak.
I will tap the symbol of my goddess on my shield at him.
You, Rets, again, you instantly see like the bulge in his throat move as if he's swallowing harshly.
Arnon is going to-
I'm sorry.
I was going to say, Arnon is going to attempt to say the word vampire.
I'm going to
To
talk
him?
over Arnon, and I'm going to say,
La 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 la.
and he's not feeling well. He ate some strange food. That's actually why we're here, because we need to get some real hearty food. I think that he may have eaten something that he should not have. We've been traveling for so long. Some of our food is spoiled. You do have a lot of questions for us, though. So I'm curious. Is there something that you're concerned about, especially with travelers coming through? Is that not typical here?
It's not typical at all. No. He looks
Or if
to
it's
Butch.
being posted up by the door,
you
can I, can I tell anything about
Yeah,
the
this,
nature of the people?
it's a small, it's a small tavern, so you're able to see everything. What exactly are you trying to?
Am I noticing any change in the people's disposition as they have their conversation?
You can make an insight check if you would like. To which he looks up and says, to Butch and says, "It may be best if you do not go around flashing that symbol in public."
All right.
Why is that?
Why?
How familiar are you with this land?
Moderately.
Well, we know it's been trying to kill us.
The lord of this land would not be very pleased to see any kind of divine worship out in the open. There are few bastions still that worship mostly Palor here, but those are tolerated at a passing, and it has been known that people who openly carry the symbols of the divine outside of the temples are quickly cut down.
What was the name of the deity that he said?
Palor.
Taylor.
The Dawn.
Palor.
The Dawn Father.
Yeah.
How do I bring my menu options back up? They seem to be missing.
H.
Put it in the
H.
input
HH.
check. HH.
What would happen if we
Okay.
ordered
Can
something
you
with
roll for
garlic
me? I think
in
I
it?
gotta restart it. It doesn't look like it's working.
Is there a chair in here that looks like it'll actually support 550 pounds?
Yeah, there's a couple.
Oh, well, then I will find one, sit down, and get out my charcoal
Fantastic.
and do what I did in hell. Cover up the symbol of my shield.
So, you asked
Makes me
about
sad.
wanderers. No, we do not see very many passers-by, and mostly because the people who venture here tend to get stuck here and never leave. One way or the
Why
other.
is that? What happens to them?
Well, they either disappear
I got a
in the-
15 on the inside check, just
Okay.
FYI.
They either disappear into the woods, they are never seen before, or they get themselves into trouble. But besides that, no one leaves this valley. The Lord demands that we all stay here, and so he has put a curse on this entire area.
Can you
So-
tell us more about the Lord?
The Lord. He kind of nods towards. I'll get to your 15 here in a second, Orpheus. Kind of nods past the village. He's like, I don't know if you noticed the castle on your way in. That is the home of Count Strad von Zarovich, who has claimed dominion over this entire area.
How do you feel
he-
about that? Are you happy about that? Do you like that?
There's not much I can do about it, unfortunately. The only thing that I am trying to do is do what's best for myself and my family, and unfortunately keep as many people alive as possible. But
So do you
That
like
seems
that?
to be-
Or
harder and harder every day. I mean, it
Are
is
you
what
s-
it is. This is what I've lived with my entire life. I don't know anything else.
okay.
You seem generally more upbeat than the other people we've seen. Do you oversee things or
Let me.
What do
I
you
have
do?
my apologies. I have not formally introduced myself. My name is Ismark. My father was the burgomeister of this village.
does
Orpheus.
that make you that now?
Not necessarily. It is. It is not necessarily a inherited role so much as it is more of a governing position. Orpheus, with your 15, you just notice everyone is very trying. Everyone other than Ismark is trying to avoid this conversation and avoid any kind of contact with you all. They are basically staring down at their plates and trying to just act like nothing else is happening.
Yup, that makes sense.
So are we being watched right now? Is this tavern monitored somehow?
It's always possible. The Lord has eyes and ears everywhere. The Lord has eyes and ears everywhere. We do not know when and if he is watching. Unfortunately, there is not much we can do about it, so I've just learned, and I've grown up with this, so I've just learned to just let it ride, as it were. You all You still have not answered my question. What is it? What kind of line of work are you all in?
General chicanery
Yeah,
and shenanigans.
we do things when asked.
Ah, you are mercenaries or adventurers of some sort?
Let's say
Adventurers.
adventurers. Yeah, it's more accurate.
There is.
Play some music.
Yeah.
Would you all be willing to take on a job for me?
Does it involve?
Depends on what
your
kind of
role?
job.
It does. Not immediately. Not. It's more. It's my sister. I need to get her away from here. But the road is not safe. I need to get her to Valaki, and the road is not safe, and I was looking for an escort to take her to Valaki.
Who is your sister? How old is your sister?
Early 20s. She is my adopted sister. She is not my blood, but I've grown up with her, so she is my sister. She needs protection. The roads are not safe, and I need to get her away from. He kind of motions towards where you saw the castle. In that general direction.
So can you describe how the roads are not safe so that we understand what we may or may not encounter?
I mean, there are beasts in the forests, of course, and then there are also patrols of his minions, undead types.
What kind of beasts? I mean,
Wolves.
I certainly don't want to commit to protecting someone if we're not prepared for
Absolutely.
what we might encounter.
Mostly wolves, beasts of that type. Wolves, dire wolves, those are the biggest ones. Yet his undead sometimes come out. There are also a few known to be witches in there, in the woods as well, that may venture onto the roads. That's the biggest ones. Those are the biggest issues. Other forest-dwelling creatures, but the wolves and the dire wolves are the biggest problems.
May I ask your sister's name?
Yes. My sister's name is Irina. Irina Koliana.
Seems like a good. Sounds like a good job. Take, guys.
So can you tell us a little bit more about your father?
Yes, I can, as soon as I flip to the right page. Give me a moment, please.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm sad, I forget and have to reference my life notes as well. So I understand.
Out of character, after all of our conversations, Arnon's the only one who knows a lot about vampires, right?
Correct.
Fuck. Cool.
Yep.
Because I definitely
him.
want to ask Arnon a question, and I don't. And I
Okay,
won't.
Arnon gets to roll at advantage. Sure, other people can roll a history check.
Yeah, I'll roll a history check.
What are you trying to...
I wanted to ask Arnon privately and off to the side, because Irina is the name of the girl who's been bitten by a vampire from that letter.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to ask Arnon, are we at risk if we're shepherding her somewhere? Like, is that how vampirism works? So, unless I would potentially know that, and then I'll roll history myself.
I mean, you can roll a history check. Are you proficient in history?
No.
I mean, you can roll a history.
I rolled history and I just got a 20.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but I'm
you
not going
weren't.
to ask you that
she's
in
not,
front of him.
Yeah, she's not having that conversation. She's saying that in her head.
Yeah, I just am
Like-
debating about who I can ask. Oh, wait! I am going to talk into Rhett's mind.
Yeah.
Yes, use your telepathic
Yeah,
powers.
you would know that Rhett would be probably the second best person to ask due
Okay.
to her lore in the past.
Okay. Then I am going to speak into Rhett's
my
mind,
dad lore.
and I am going to say, Irina is the girl from the letter who was bitten by a vampire. I don't know if that's something we need to be worried about. You cannot respond back
Yes.
in your head, so careful.
Okay. I mean, like, that's why I was asking you the questions. But yes. I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna wink at you. But I'm not gonna pull a rocket. Like, he's not gonna see it. I'm gonna, like, wink at you with the correct eye.
I'm gonna study the grain of the table.
You will remember that Arnon did say don't get bit in an attempt to make it very clear that that's how you become a vampire.
I mean, like, isn't that vamping 101? Like, wouldn't we just,
Yeah,
like...
but I don't know if that's how
inherently
vamping in Conticaria works. I just want to make sure.
do that? Oh, yeah. No, I'm actually asking. I'm like, do we not inherently, like...
That, I mean...
I don't know. Because I don't know. Like,
that's, so, that's the general, like, lore or rumor, I guess, about vampirism, but
Lore.
vampires are not common. You've never known anyone who's run into a vampire before, so what you know
To tell the tale.
what you know about vampires is all hearsay and
Farce.
speculation. So while Rhett, you may have heard that you get bit by a vampire, you become a vampire. With the history check of a 20, you also realize that there's no documented evidence of that. That's just hearsay and speculation. Go ahead.
with my lore, wouldn't I just believe that just because, like...
I mean,
My daddy told me. Like,
yeah,
wouldn't
I
just be
mean,
like-
yeah, but that, yeah, you
dad
would,
can beat up your
like I
dad.
said, that's what you've heard, that's what you believe. Whether or not that's true or not, you don't know.
Okay.
Can you say his name again?
Ismark, Ismark.
Yeah.
Gwen and Rhett,
B or V?
since you both, what?
Bismarck or Bismarck?
Ismark.
Ismark.
Gwen and Rhett, since you both are having this conversation, just make general intelligence checks for me, please. Or wisdom. Wisdom or
I'd
intelligence.
love to do wisdom.
Either one. Yeah, go ahead and do wisdom checks, both of you.
21.
Yes. 15.
Okay, so knowing that that's what you've heard, however, you take a second to think about it and you think, what would happen if every person a vampire bit became a vampire? This letter said that he's been draining the life for over 400 years. If a vampire were to bite someone once a day and feed once a day for 400 years, what would happen to the population? And also the letter said that this Irina has been bitten multiple times.
So,
Okay.
To which Ismark looks up and he says, so I've been trying to find some people who are willing and able to transport Irina to Valaki. And
To where?
Valaki. It's another village in the valley of Barovia. It's quite a few miles east or west of here.
So why specifically do you want her to go, but you don't want to go?
Because unfortunately, he kind of looks around and at everybody, and then kind of leans in closer to you and whispers over the table. He says, "My father was killed a few days ago. The villagers do not know this yet. I have been acting in his stead to try and help the betterment of this village. If they find out he is dead, then there will... The chances of someone who is as pure as my father taking over a role of Burgermeister is very, very slim. So I need to stay here, and I need to continue the ruse that my father is still alive and ruling this village."
So if you needed to do that, and you're aware that he's dead, what have you done to ensure that that won't be discovered?
He kind of looks
Basically,
around.
I know that we have seen that body, but like if we happened upon it, like I'm not saying this out loud, but it's like, why didn't he do anything to like make sure other people couldn't find it?
He kind of
I
looks
feel like
around and
that's-
he says, "I think this would be best, this conversation would be best finished at my residence. If you would all,
I agree with you.
if you would all kindly join me."
I need to talk to my friends,
Sounds good.
and we'll be right back.
All right.
Oh, okay.
He kind of nods, sits back down, finish his glass.
I just think that we need to have that conversation without him. I assume that we will go to his residence. Does everyone agree?
Mm-hmm. I would like to, and just yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. What happened? I was over at the counter having a drink.
Can I?
We're gonna go to that guy's house.
You're,
That
yeah.
seems
Really?
He's the son of the.
Butch, can you catch him up?
He's the son of the Burgermeister, and we're gonna go have a chat with him. Not here.
I'm messing with you. I heard everything.
Cool. Let's go.
Oh, Elric and his jokes. Those jokes he's known for.
Jokey jokes.
I do have a sense of humor. Thank you very much.
News to me.
There it is.
Do you?
Can I
That right
look at Arnon and
It-
say,
it's a sixth
Can-
sense.
can I take your hand, and can we please move out of the tavern?
Mm. His eyes just look at you really wide, and he just, with Elton still in his arms, he's going to follow you, and his eyes go from wide to narrow, looking at all of you.
Buddy.
All right.
Hey, friend.
Summon Bo and just shove him on top of Elton. No, I'm not doing it.
So as you all walk back up, and he says, "Are we ready? Are we ready to depart?"
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Absolutely.
Please follow me. And he steps out into the courtyard. He turns and takes the road south a few blocks until you see this large building at the end of the street. This weary-looking mansion squatting behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside while the left gate swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gates repeat with mindless precision. Weeds choke the grounds and press with menace upon the house itself, yet against the walls the growth has been tramped down to create a path all about the domain. Heavy claw marks have stripped the once beautiful finishes off the walls. Great black marks tell of the fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with the stains of evil omen.
While we're walking, I lean over to Rhett and I say, perhaps you should ask your new friend, does he have any methods to manage the madness of the Shadowfell? We might need some soon.
I mean, I think that we're all friends now. I don't see any reason why you can't ask him.
Well, mostly because I haven't said anything to him.
I just don't want this to be like an undercover boss thing. And it turns out we've been talking to Strahd the whole time.
You
I
you
mean,
do
that would be
realize
such-
that if you're going to get to know someone, you do have to bridge that divide by at least someone, either him or you, talking.
Right. That's the goal.
No.
That's the goal.
That's what
So,
I'm saying
I'm
to
just gonna
Orpheus.
introduce
Oh,
as
oh,
we're
I thought you meant to
we're
me.
walking. I'm just
And
going
my
to start
My
like
job
just
is to solve it.
introducing everyone.
My job is
So,
I'm
you
not
know,
the
since
silver
we're going to
tongue.
your home, perhaps you should know who we all are. And then
Are
we
we?
just go down the line. So
are we
it
in the
now
home?
comes to Orpheus.
Are we in the home?
No, you are still walking.
Yeah, I don't know
up
how far
towards the
away
hall.
his home is.
Just before we dive into too deep of conversation, because I'm paranoid.
Yeah, where is this man's house?
It's right here.
Yikes, that's a
Of course it is.
So, as you all walk up to the door, you see him like there's a little 2 or 3 steps up to a stone front patio, and then you see this large, what appears to be oak door. He kind of puts a hand out to have you wait at the bottom of the stairs. He walks up, kind of raps slightly. You notice 4 times and then twice on the door. He says, Irina, it is safe, open up. From inside you hear some shuffling sounds, and you hear scraping of wood before you hear a loud bang of something that sounds like a large object falling to the ground. You hear clicking of locks, multiple locks, and then the door opens an inch. You see dim firelights lighting the interior. A dark outline of a shadowed face in the crack of the door. She looks out, sees Ismark, opens the door further, looks down past you and goes to him and he says, Who are these people? Like, it's fine. They're with me. I think they will be helpful to us. Please, everyone, inside, quickly. As you all walk in, you see Irina shuts the door behind you. You see a large, like 4x4 barricade with hooks on the back of the door. She picks the log up, lays it down in the hooks to bar the front door. The interior of the mansion is well furnished, yet the fixtures show signs of great wear. Noticeable oddities. What? Noticeable oddities in the boarded up windows, and the presence of holy symbols in every room. The Burgermeister is in the side drawing room on the floor, lying in a simple wooden coffin, surrounded by wilting flowers and the faint odor of decay.
Can I want to offer to cast Gentle Repose on the body.
To which they both nod slightly.
Maybe? Yeah. So I will approach and do as such.
I am not a servant of Palor, but I could offer the blessings of Sehanine Moonbow.
To which the woman standing in front of you says, "Thank you. It means a lot too for any blessings of any of the divine in this place."
I will start the. I will give the blessings of Sehanine Moonbow and recite the litany for the deceased.
To which the two of them just, you see them lower their heads and just stand in patience, waiting for you to complete.
I do the long version.
Well, this is... While he's doing the blessing, can I do something to see if there's anything we can do to give Irina any respite, I guess, from what she's dealing with?
What do you mean? Like, what are you trying to do?
Like, if she's sick from being bit, because the letter said she was dying. And I assume we can't just fix whatever happened with the vampire bite, but maybe make it a little better for a time?
Make a medicine check.
Sorry, I can't help you right now. I'm doing a blessing.
Yeah, I'm trying to go.
A ritual.
I'm trying to attack from both. I'm sorry, assist from both sides. 12. I didn't mean attack.
You don't notice. You look.
You want bardic
kind of.
inspiration?
She's already rolled at this point.
I was trying to do it discreetly. Too.
You kind of discreetly are looking over her. You don't notice any signs of illness. You notice she seems very pale. She's very weak.
Is she wearing a red ribbon around her neck?
No, she is not. You do notice. Puncture wounds in her neck, though.
I'm shocked.
But she looks weak. She looks worn out. If you were to see her in the street without any context, you would think that she was just exhausted, been up too long, maybe had a flu or a cold. As Butch finishes his ritual, or his, not ritual, but
Yeah. Prayer.
his prayer, blessing, thank
It's
you.
not a spell. It's a service.
Right. The two of them kind of look around to all of you. And Ismark turns to Irina and says, "These people have offered to take you to Vallaki to get you away from the shadows of Ravenloft." To which Irina kind of looks across all of you. It's like, you all seem very well armed. but I have no reason to trust any of you. I've never seen any of you before.
That is understandable. You seem to be suffering. May I offer you some healing magic?
I am okay, thank you. I would not want you to waste your energy on me.
It is not a waste. It is what it is for.
How do I know that you are not in league with the Count?
Because I would rather die.
As many of his servants might say, to raise our trust.
We are kind of here to actively work against him.
Also, you don't know, but what other options do you have? We know that we're trustworthy, but you're just gonna have to trust us.
But I could stay here. I don't have to go with you.
You don't care how your brother feels about that?
I believe that my brother would like me to be safe regardless, and if you guys are going to deliver me directly to Strahd, I think that he would rather I stay here.
I mean, we've talked to your brother, and we have no intention to deliver you directly to Strahd. We'll deal
But
with
while
Strahd,
we're on
but
the
not by
subject
taking
of
him
trust,
with us.
Princess, you mind
Okay.
telling the group what those little marks on your neck indicate?
I really love your random, like, instead of mic drop, you're like, mic face. Do you want to tell us? Are you ready?
This is what happens when all of
That's
your
a very
furniture
wrestling
except
thing
your
to do.
couch
Hey,
is gone.
why don't you tell us?
Hey,
Well, we need to
little
know.
girl.
Please do that
Where
forever.
is she?
Where is she?
To which she says, it sounds like you are already well aware of what these marks are. Unfortunately, there is not a lot that I can tell you, as my memory is hazy. The only thing I remember is the blazing hunger in his eyes. Its flashes. Not my memories. I just have pictures of his face. I do not remember. But to go back to your other question, yes, my brother supposedly trusts you, but my brother is easy to trust. He looks for even in this place, he still looks for the best in people.
What do you need from us to prove to you that we are trustworthy? Because we're moving forward with or without you. We'd love to help. We have a great history of helping others. If you don't want to come with us, we still have other things that we need to move forward and do. We've stopped and we've journeyed further because your brother asked us to. And
The
we're here.
problem is,
Princess,
as you all apparently are not aware, new faces do not appear in Barovia. Not just in the village, but in the entire land of Barovia. This town shares the name with the valley that you are in. There are very few people who can enter this area, and most come here because he wills it. So, if there is a reason for us to trust new faces, I would ask first off, why are you here? You said to actively work against him, but what does that mean? Why are you in Barovia?
We believe.
We're on a quest.
I'm going to need a little more information than that to trust you.
We are on a quest to eliminate Strahd von Zarovich himself.
I would like you to roll a persuasion check with advantage because you have the entire group helping you.
And like, is my silver tongue helping with any of this?
I think
You're
only
not the
you
one
do.
talking.
I mean, she
Those
was.
words.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
I'm
definitely.
talking about like, I mean, I was
Oh,
talking
you-
for a while.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's
That's
definitely
true.
taking it into account. Yes,
Okay.
this is a full on like encounter basically.
So, persuasion with advantage?
Correct. $16. You hear a slight chuckle. You are here to. You're not from here, yet you were sent here to eliminate Strahd.
Well, yeah, he's gotten involved in some things he should not have got involved with.
We were in the valley. We are under the assumption that he is, for lack of a better term, our problem. That people did not know that he was even, or that we even existed anymore.
Fortunately
he's-
for all of you, he is one of a few that we need to eliminate. There are problems that threaten all the realms.
My,
Strahd do this?
as far as I'm
But it's-
aware, yes, his is the face that I see. I do not remember the encounter. I don't have memories of what happened, but I have flashes of Strahd's face and the burning hunger in his eyes. My father sent an emissary with a note to attach to the front to the gates to warn people from trying to enter. To lock this village down, this valley down, to keep people like you safe and out of here, because once people come in, they cannot escape. You, unfortunately, are stuck in here just as much as the rest of us.
Well, we'll see.
Does she still seem unconvinced?
Roll an insight check.
$23.
She seems to be leaning towards believing you all. She's still not completely there yet, but she's more so than not.
It would seem that Strahd's hunger is also for power, and he has reached for influence beyond this valley, and he's upset other powers. And so, we are here.
Are we here?
We're here.
We're here. We're here.
As-
Can I?
We're here.
I want to say something to her, but I don't want to say it out loud, and I don't want to scare her with telepathy either.
We'll just cast hold person.
Right here. Right there. Fuck.
Callbacks.
Can I ask her if I can share something with her? Like, can I just look at her? Like, I know I can't ask that. I'm going to ask that. I'm like, can I share something with you? Just share some thoughts with you, maybe directly into your head. I don't know how else to ask that. But
By all
I just need
means.
to. Not what I expected, but this place is fucking weird.
Hey,
I'm
I'm a
just gonna-
giant turtle person, and they seem nonplussed. So
I'm just gonna, I don't know, gingerly take her fingers. I know, and I guess she's only hearing this, so I'm not saying this out loud. I know from personal experience what it's like to be haunted
by the face of someone who did you wrong in a pretty significant way. So please understand that none of us are taking this lightly, and absolutely none of us are going to rest until we accomplish this mission. Let us help you. Let me be one to help you, at least so I know if maybe I can give someone else a little relief.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Almost at disadvantage.
That's a natural fucking 20. To which, as you are holding on to her hands, looking in her eyes as you speak this into her mind, you see her form relax slightly. As she starts slowly nodding, she looks around to everyone. She's like, well, I see why my brother trusted you all.
We know that Gwen got in her head, or are we just suddenly like, oh, this is great, she trusts
I mean,
us?
you
Well,
heard...
I did out loud
yeah.
ask if I could
Okay, well, I just...
speak directly into her head, which I was like, I don't know how else to say this.
It's just the two of them looking at each other intensely for like a
Just-
minute.
Gwen starting to cry, but nothing is said.
So, a Tuesday.
Yeah, actually.
A Tuesday.
On point.
That's good. That's good.
So, to which she says to Ismark, she says, this may be the stupidest thing I've ever done, but I think I'll trust them. Ismark says, as long as they get you away from him, that's all that matters. He turns around, he looks to you all, he says, follow the Old Svalich Road through the valley to the village of Valake. Take her to Father Lucian Petrovich at St. Andrew's Church in Valaki. He will be able to help her. He will be able to keep her safe. And that will get her far enough away from this town and that damned castle to at least hopefully keep her safe. But be careful. For like I said, the Lord has eyes and ears everywhere. He will be...
Does the Lord work in mysterious ways?
God damn it.
Sinister ways.
Be cautious. Keep her safe, please.
Absolutely.
To which he said, if you are all truly not from here, granted, she can guide you where you need to go, but he walks over into the side, like drawing room where the casket is. Goes to a drawer and reaches out.
You're breaking up.
Goes into a drawer, kind of shuffles around some stuff, and brings out a large piece of parchment, rolled up. Just in case, take this, and he hands you the... Sorry. He hands you the parchment. And whomever takes it...
Brett.
Gwen puts her hands up. Nope. No assumptions to be made. I'm full.
Oh my god.
And hands you, you take it, you unroll it, and what you see is a map of the valley. And wait, yeah, I will put it in here as well as in the player stream chat. This is the map that you see. A map
I'm the map. I'm the map.
of the village, or the Valley of Barovia. You
This is fucking huge.
are in the bottom right, in the village of Barovia, right there. If you follow the road up, right underneath the giant lake in the middle, you see Valaki. That is the town that he asked you to take her to.
How likely are we to be spotted taking this road? Seems
The-
we're pretty open the second we were within eyeshot of Castle Ravenloft.
I mean, you're in eyeshot of Castle Ravenloft as you're sitting in this village right now. You're always in eyeshot of Castle Ravenloft. Even
Fair
if it is
point.
not, even if Castle Ravenloft is not on the horizon, you are still within eyeshot of Castle Ravenloft everywhere you go. Luckily, you are newcomers. Strahd does not know you. He has no reason to suspect you. So, the road is well traveled from village to village, and you will be seen. But with any luck, you will not be noticed, as it were. Irina will cover her face, keep her hood up, and it should, for most passerbys, look like just a group of villagers, perhaps merchants or traders, going from Barovia to Valaki, which is a daily occurrence. Like I said earlier, you know, the biggest issues that you have to worry about in the woods along the road are wolves, dire wolves, other forest-like creatures. Forest-like creatures, that's a good word. Anyway, as well as the minions of Strahd, the mindless ones, the zombies, the ghouls that tend to come out more in the evenings and at night.
Well, I suppose you would best get ready.
To which Irina looks at you. I forget who said it. I think it was Elric who said that you were here to dispose of Strahd.
Mm-hmm.
She looks at you and says, were you speaking the truth that your goal is that you're really here to destroy Strahd?
Absolutely. Sorry about being cagey earlier, but as you've said, there are eyes and ears everywhere.
I understand. The real question is, how? Have you fought?
Well,
Have you fought a vampire before?
no, but we have journeyed into hell and rescued a soul trapped there and brought her back to life.
That's me.
We have the power of song. We have one of the most powerful wizards I've ever known. We have the backing of a goddess and an expert demon hunter. And we have a human.
And half human. And a half human.
Yes, you
Wow.
bring the power of song.
Well, all of
Also
that
some just general
sounds
kickassery.
fantastic. There are certain things that you must realize. The vampires cannot be killed by normal means. There's only... If you just beat him down like your normal foe, it may stop him for a time, but he will come back, and he will come back stronger. It's happened before. There has been groups of people who have tried to take him out in the past, all of which have failed. Some have even thought that they beat him just to have him waltz back into town the following day and slaughter every single member of their party. Their souls
Rude.
Their souls now march the Old Svalich Road at midnight every night.
Do you know how we permanently kill him? Does he have a token or like pinky or something hidden somewhere we gotta destroy?
There are rumors
Anchoring into
of...
this world?
There are rumors, but I do not know of anything specifically. There is rumors of a journal of Strahd's somewhere, hidden somewhere, where he talked about such things, but there's rumors of artifacts that may assist, may make it easier for you to eliminate him. But I have no proof. I have nothing substantial to give you.
That sounds like either a trip to the library or to his castle directly.
What is castle library? Hmm?
Do you know anyone who has any experience with dealing with Strahd von Zarovich?
The one thing you must realize is Strahd is not the type to sit idly by in his castle and wait. He roams the valley on a regular basis. It is not uncommon to run into him just walking down the streets checking on his land. Everyone, at one point or another, has had a dealing with Strahd. Most survive by staying out of his way and showing respect as he passes, but
And others like yourself get preyed upon.
she just looks blankly at you and nods slightly. We are his cattle. He cannot survive without us. And unfortunately, we have nowhere to go because we are stuck here. Even the ones who die here come back. So death is not even a respite. Our bodies are used for his servitude, and our souls are reincarnated into the next generation. We've been trapped here for over 400 years.
Do you know of anyone who deals in or sells anything magical?
Not in this town. Not in this valley. Magic items, anything other than basic wares, basic goods have been taken away decades, millennia ago, or decades, centuries ago.
All right.
We are given only what we need to survive here. Nothing more.
Well, if we're going to kill him, then the key to doing so is not going to be here, so we need to
Get a move on.
Actually, DM, what time is it?
At this point, you're probably... It's still late morning. You're probably getting close to midday.
Late morning.
Is there ever a nighttime?
No.
If it's always the same.
I mean, and when I say that, I mean by your body feel, you know.
I know you said that, like, the monsters come out at night, but if there's no actual night, what does that mean?
There's still a feeling of a day-night cycle, even though the sun does not, or the light does not change. You can still get the base feeling of a cycle, and while you have not been... Actually, you've been in here for about 4 hours now. 4 or 5 hours. Rhett and Gwen specifically, because you two are the most in touch with nature, you will notice you're not a druid or you're a divine
No, but my
person.
background is wanderer.
Yeah, but this is more subtle.
We'll tell you. We'll tell you what we feel and see.
You two have noticed that ever since entering through the gates, when the mist cleared, you have noticed a little more of, like, it has gotten lighter. Not to the extent of what happens in the material plane during the day, but you have noticed there is a slight bit of change in illumination through the day. And this, now that it's getting close to midday, you do see that it is slightly brighter than it was when you first walked into the valley.
We need to prepare.
If you're truly planning on taking out Strahd, it might be worth looking into these rumors and finding out if these artifacts are actually real and exist. I mean, you can always attempt to take him on yourself as it is now and see if you have the strength and the abilities to take him out, or you could search for these
Pick up the artifacts.
artifacts that could potentially help out if it is true and if they do even exist.
Is there a
I trust you.
library in this town?
Unfortunately not one. Unfortunately not here, no. The library was destroyed probably about 100 years ago, and you'll notice quickly that once things are destroyed, people do not have a strong compulsion to rebuild them.
Perhaps in Valaki.
Perhaps.
Cool. How soon would y'all like to go? Should we wait until next dawn equivalent? So we don't have to travel much at night?
Yes.
One more night to
Or is it-
rest safely
or
would
is
be
it-
nice.
Yeah, so
We
that
do.
On
we
the other hand, it
all
might
of
be
our
less
steps.
safe if we stay here, since I'm sure people at the tavern overheard us talking, and they saw my shield, and they probably
We're
saw
also
where
far
we went.
away from the tavern, though. Like, their house isn't, like,
It's fair.
next to the tavern.
It's a
You are
fairly
more-
defensible position.
You are more than welcome to stay here for the evening. We do have rooms for all of you to stay in. Not individual rooms, but we have this space for you all to stay. And we can take off first thing in the morning.
Doing a little floor sleeping.
I always sleep on the floor.
So, I think that would be best.
And find a blanket and curl up on top of Butch's shell.
So,
It will keep you nice and cool.
So I
since
got the blanket. Real heavy blanket.
since we are getting close to our ending time for the evening. We will say that all of you still had quite a bit of the day left, but you all camped out in this house. Night came, well, the equivalent of night came. Retz and Gwen, you did notice that as the day continued, it did get a little darker. It never changed to the extent that you would expect it to in the material plane, but you did notice it would be the equivalent of going from, in like summertime, going from like 9 to 10 p.m. and then back to 9 p.m. during the day, you know, like just that slight, like, light on the horizon style change. As you all take your rest for the evening, your respective watches, I'm sure, without any problems, the next morning comes. And before we call it a night, I would like everyone to roll their next day, or take your long rests and roll your next day wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. It was a wisdom save, right?
Correct.
Oh no, who was that?
Oh, Elric.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Rhett.
Oh, no, Rhett.
No, I'm so confused right now because it didn't roll at the right time, and what I rolled.
Yeah.
What?
Rolled a.
I saw it.
Yeah. It rolled.
It might have-
You might be lagging or something, because, yeah, it definitely rolled. Orpheus. Okay, so we need Arnon. Arnon wakes up feeling significantly better than he did the previous day. The madness seems to subside. Orpheus, Gwen, and Butch, you all wake up without an issue. Elric and Rhett, I need both of you to roll d6.
Oh,
That's
that's supposed
fine.
to be for Elric.
That's fine.
Every time.
Every time.
I really even stopped. I was like, this is right. I'm like, I definitely got it right this time.
Rhett,
Yo.
you wake up feeling extremely apathetic. You are burdened with apathy. You have disadvantage on death saves and initiative checks.
Fuck me. All right.
And you gain the flaw, I don't believe I can make a difference to anyone or anything.
Oh, so normal life.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
got it. Got it. Okay, so just be myself.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna be Lindsay next session. Got it. Okay, cool. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Elric.
Let me hold on. Let me cosplay. All right, guys, I'm good. I'm ready.
Elric.
Good.
Your ability for this evening. You are hit with an overwhelming sense of dread. You have disadvantage on all saving throws, and you gain the flaw, I am convinced this place is going to kill me.
So wait, so you
So
actually gained
every
the
day
judge
for
In real
dread.
life.
That's just judge dread. That's the dread that you got. That's actually awesome. You just get to be the law because it's not gonna end well.
Everything's trying to kill me. This is the raid.
Yeah. So, with that note, we will pick up next week as you all wake from this mansion. And next week we should, as long as his flight doesn't get delayed, have a full cast next week.
Scott.
Arnon will,
Everybody.
yes, Scott will be back in the country, and we should have a full staff. So,
And I said I had a whole session without saying bro, and he missed it.
I know, bro.
Sorry, Scott. Bro's back next week.
That's right. Apathetic, bro.
Hey, bro.
All right. So, again, thank you to our Patreons who support us. Thank you for everyone who has watched, everyone who is watching in the future on YouTube. We look forward to seeing you all next week. Make sure you like and subscribe on all social media and streaming platforms, including YouTube, Twitch, Trovo, Kick. I feel like I'm missing one, but I can't remember. As well as TikTok, Facebook, Threads, Instagram, and the like. Thank you all so much, and we will see you next week.
Where we are going to roll natural ones and die.
Oh, God. Hopefully not.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that. I'm probably not gonna make any differences anyway. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, fuck it, right, guys?
I have Revivify. We're gonna be okay.
All right.
We're gonna be
right?
we're gonna be okay.
You guys might be
You guys
okay.
are looking to Orpheus to cheer you up. You're looking in the wrong direction.
Oh no.
Yes, you are useless. And yes, you probably will die.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
On
can
that
I
note,
Hey,
thank
I'm
you
gonna
all.
be like
Stab
being honest with
Orpheus.
me
And
and
we
stuff.
will-
So you
We
know,
will see you all next week.
cool.
Bye.